here. Okay, so receive three cards. See somebody in your head. You have your Eight of Swords, which is like thinking about something over and over. Maybe feeling a little bit trapped, right? So you have the King of Wands. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. This is good energy. And then you have the Page of Swords. All right. So some of you maybe, right? Page of Swords, observing a situation, right? Gathering information, because this is like her little researcher card. And then you have the Seven of Wands. So you may be building up your strength and building up some kind of strategy in terms of taking action. So this is beautiful. So for some of you, you're actually actively cleaning this up, right? You're taking the steps, you're making strides, or you're in the process of researching how best to go about making this change. So this is good, right? Because you always want to kind of like get a plan together before you just go, impulsively and take action. Let's clarify a leg up. Tell me more about a leg up, Spirit. Let's clarify a leg up. Okay, so for this one, you receive 10 of Pentacles, right? So this is a commitment, but it's in the reverse. It could be something that you've been in for a very long time, right? So whether that be a relationship or it be a job or something that has, you put a lot of effort and time and energy and had some sort of results in terms of growing, in terms of your finances, then now you're finding like this is out of alignment. And that's what I was getting. Because when a 10 of Pentacles is in reverse, it could talk about things like a divorce. It could talk about, your finances kind of going awry. There's some foundation where there's some kind of shakeup, particularly when it comes to your money, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting. Is there something where you may have been relying on somebody else and your intuition is telling you that, this is the time for me to take control of a situation. This is the time for me to look about myself. You know what I'm saying? My security, my stability, instead of giving that power away to somebody else and hoping that they're going to do right by me, or hoping that they're going to be, going to take care of all my needs. It's a time for, I'm hearing like self-sufficiency. Tell me about message in a bottle, because that one really is, very interesting to me. That was the only one I look here and I'm like, this one seems a little off. So here you have, I think in this deck, the Dame of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. So what am I getting from this? The Knight of Pentacles is a very kind of like dutiful energy, in terms of very loyal, but it's also an energy that plans. So, he takes his time, right? He's somebody who dots his I and crosses his T's. He's very careful. He or she, doesn't really matter the gender. It's just the energy. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. So, it's like Spirit is saying, like, this is the time for you to, again, put some sort of plan in place, but something that's real, something that's not just fantasy. Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is some of you may have been waiting for a sign, waiting for a message, waiting for something concrete before you kind of believe or trust your intuition about what is going on in a situation and what is unfolding. And Spirit is saying is this is the time for you to actually make a plan, right? Because what you're sensing is actually correct. And this is the time to slowly and carefully start putting one foot in front of the other and making a plan, as opposed to sitting there and waiting for some big sign, right? And it's like, once this is revealed and I'm going to do this, Spirit is saying this is the time to start slowly and diligently make a plan. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this one went back in, right? It's kind of the Queen of Cups came out in the reverse, right? So this is in terms of, it may be like in some sort of love situation that's no longer a love situation. It could be in terms of, your emotions and maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And again, I was getting that kind of codependent energy, right? Like this is the time to really start, I hear putting pen to paper and really putting in effort, putting in the work in terms of putting together a plan. Tell me more about this Dame of Pentacles. Yep, the Six of Wands. So Spirit is saying, when you do this, right, if it's something where, okay, you have to kind of like move in a new direction or take steps to go in a new direction, Spirit is saying when you do, you're actually going to be met with success because you have the Six of Wands, which is a card of success. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're planning, you're actually going to have success. But this is the time to start moving in that direction. Look, you have the Five of Wands, so that's drama, that's competition. But let me move quickly because I'm about to run out of time. Tell me about the Yin and the Yang card. Tell me about the Yin and the Yang. Ooh, so tower. All right. So there's massive